Good morning, dear students. In today's session, we will be studying about photosynthesis. Do you know that plants prepare their own food, or do they depend on others for their food? How plants make their own food? The plants make their own food with the help of a process called as photosynthesis. It is a very interesting process of making the food by the plant. They don't depend on others for their food. So let's begin our journey in understanding the process called as photosynthesis. It is a very interesting process which is done by the plant's leaves. Leaves play an important role in making the food for the plant. Plants prepare their own food by the process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a word which is made by two words. Photo, which means light, and synthesis means putting together. So, plants need sunlight, carbon dioxide which they get from air, and water which they get from soil. The water is absorbed by the roots from the soil, and then stem takes the water to the leaves. So these three things are essential for the process of photosynthesis to prepare their own food. Now leaves play a very important role in the process of photosynthesis. They help make the food for the plant. Photosynthesis takes place in the leaves. On the undersurface of the leaves, there are many tiny pores which are called as stomata. The singular of stomata is stoma. The stomata are through which the carbon dioxide enters the plant. These are very tiny holes on the undersurface of the leaf which lets the passage of air, exchange of gases takes place through stomata in the plants. The plant cell contains tiny structures called chloroplast, which have chlorophyll in them. And this chlorophyll is required in the process of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide, water in presence of sunlight, and chlorophyll makes the food for the plant, which is glucose, and at the same time oxygen is released in the atmosphere. So oxygen then leaves the plant through the stomata. So children, you remember carbon dioxide being taken in through the stomata and oxygen being released after the process of photosynthesis. Glucose gives nourishment to the plant. Glucose is the food prepared by the plant and it gives nourishment to the plant. From the leaves, the glucose moves to all the parts of the plant. Now the extra glucose which is produced is stored by the plants in the form of starch. Starch is the stored food which can be used later by the plant. So that is the interesting process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants prepare their own food using carbon dioxide and water in presence of sunlight. So I hope you all have understood the process nicely. What is photosynthesis? How do plants prepare their own food? And what role does leaves play in photosynthesis? Thank you.